G'day everyone. Welcome to Xrissart. My name is Chrissy. Thank you for joining me today. Let's have a look. Just wanted to say hello to all our friends. G'day Cherry, hello there. And g'day Janice, thank you for moderating today. Let's just hope we don't get bots today. But anyway, it's good to see you. Let me just make sure that. Hang on a sec. All right. So today, I thought, well, this is an ongoing project. This is my colour pencil project. The coloured pencils that, for those who are just discovering me, the colour pencils that I'm using are the Luminance, the Derwent Lightfast, which have now, I think, gone to the top of the list as far as my go-to pencils. Yeah, they're just lovely. And of course, look, I've got a whole heap of things here. I've got, and of course, I love the polys as well. What else do I like here? And the Pablos. You know what? I think we're very spoilt for choice as far as coloured pencils. And there's, and of course there are so many sets that I don't have either. I mean, how many coloured pencils do we need? Well, need and want, there are two different things. Ali, hello, nice to see you here. Marcy, hello my friend, hello. Viv, hello there, hello. All right, so there's a few things I wanted to talk about today, but I'll just wait for a few more people to get into the stream because I wanted to talk about, well, I'll wait for a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll start doing some work. And I mean, I've gone shopping again, but I haven't bought much. I've gone shopping. Something's going, I've got an interesting event that I'm going to talk to you about. And what else am I going to talk to you about? And I'm going to talk about how we market ourselves. These are the three things. Chandri, hello. Yeah, so these are the things that I wanted to talk about. I'll just wait a little bit more. Okay, the surface that I'm using for this project is Stonehenge, not the pads. This is the sheets. The sheets, they are so different to the pads. I don't even know why they do that. Why do they do that? Why can't it be the same? The same thing. I don't know. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, like Pastel Mat, they've got their pads and they've got it in sheets. So I don't understand why it has to be so different. But anyway. Nan, hello. All right. So first of all, I wanted to talk about, I made a purchase. Now, the purchase that I've made, now I suppose, I made a purchase. I just got to be careful with my artwork, so not to damage. So I'm going to do this. I made a purchase. This is another one from my favourite paper people, Claire Fontaine. This one is used for mixed media. But what's really interesting, the paint on, it's 250 GSM, and there are different colours. Look at that. There are different colours. It says blanc, grain, gris, what is it, natural, noir, black, of course. And I know that I'm munching that up, so for all you French speaking people, please don't munch me up. But these, it's got such a lovely texture, and I want to show you in comparison to the other one that I bought. And I would say coloured pencil would be beautiful on this, or I would say graphite. See, this one's a little bit rough. There's a bit of a honeycomb on this white one. Really nice tooth, smooth. It's almost velvety, but tight velvety feel, like it's silk. It or feels silky, doesn't it? It feels silky. Now, if we're talking about paint on, I was trying to figure out what the difference is between this paint on that I purchased and this paint on. Right. This one is slightly coarser, still very nice. And of course, again, it's the same, 250 GSM. Again, it's mixed media, and again, it says multi-techniques, but for some reason, it feels a little bit different. And these ones are deckled, so that's the difference there. Ali's, oh, hello, Ali Yasu Bosise Simera. Ali is saying, g'day, how are you today? There you go. Karen, hello, nice to see you here. Nan says, Chrissy, the Stonehenge you are working on is considered printmaking paper. Yes, maybe that's why they are different. I never thought of that. Good point. Okay, pues itan I merasu. Ali is saying, how was my day? My day is very, very well. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so again, Clairefontaine, there we go. Clairefontaine, and I've bought these from my art shop, which I go to, which I visit often. You know, they see dollar signs on my forehead, you know, here she comes. Come hither, Chrissy. Come and spend some money with us. So, please don't ask me how much it was, because, you know, in Australia, everything is so much more expensive, but it gets to the point sometimes where I get so impatient with freight. You know, of course, you know, it's like we're 50 million miles away from everyone, and it takes forever things to get to us. Like if I was to order something, say, I don't know, from the US or the UK or, you know, maybe Europe. I don't know. It'd probably take about 3 weeks. I got no patience for that. So that's that. Yes. So, having said that, that's one of the things that have been happening to me. Hang on, I need to concentrate a little bit on here as well, because I don't want to muck things up, because I'm enjoying this this painting. I think I'll start here where it's easier to start. How has everyone's week been? I hope everyone's week has been really, really well. Mine's been pretty good, you know. Family good. As you know, I've got a day job, so that sort of like keeps me busy. And of course, you know, I have art-wise, you know, I do. I have a Patreon channel for those who may not know. I do have a Patreon channel, and I've got a little image of, just to let you know that there is a like a little, the address, like the address where you see me. Usually, if you print Xrissart, I'm the only one. I'm the only one there. So, and what we do on Patreon is we do really unusual projects. We've been doing some waterfalls. We've been waterfalls and running water and rapids. So we've been doing that lately. I've finished one, but there's still one to go. And of course, it is surreal. Thank you, Janice. Hi, Nuria. Hello. How are you today? Yes, and so, you know, we've got the one that I've just completed was a bear with, you know, coming out of a painting. Oh, sorry, a frame, a picture frame, and showing you how I paint. Oh, did I make a mistake? No, I did not make a mistake here. Oh my gosh. How you paint running water, and that the whole exercise was to show you with pans and pastel pencils how you can achieve that. And so last week on YouTube we did the fish. So but yes, Cherry says, oh, and we have a hose pipe ban from today due to water shortage. We get those too, Cherry. We get those too. Okay. Let me see. First of all, now let me go back. Cherry says, I had my sink connected today in the dreaded kitchen, so we'll have running water tomorrow. Going to fill cupboards. Okay. Oh, tomorrow I have. Oh, wonderful. Vivian says, have you got your new puppy yet? Next week. Viv, next week. Next week. I'm so excited. I've got lots of questions. I want to know how the two are going to react. This is my thing because, you know, like I'm not a experienced dog owner. You know, Athena's my first dog that I've ever had. So, you know, and she's helping me to help her. So I hope that they'll get on. This is my hope, and I hope that that Athena will look after her, and I hope that the new pup will be comfortable here and happy here. Her name? Dino! Hello, good morning to all my sexy art buddies. You'll get on. You'll get on. Remember to live, love, laugh. Oh God, say that like 50 million times fast. Your way through life, and most of all, be kind. Oh, you are a sweetheart. Thank you so much, my darling. For everyone, Dean is my nephew, so I like it when family come in, and it's nice when they give me like a few bucks here and there, which is even nicer. Ali says, Chrissy, we can thank the Greeks for inventing words such as pandemia, maths, and science. Yes, oh yes, they are the ancient Greeks were the intellects, weren't they? The academics. There's a lot of can I say it's the Greek word, you know? There's a lot of Greek words for medical terms and stuff like that. So yes. Okay. And Cherry says, oh, and yeah, and that's right. I wanted to go back to that comment that Cherry mentioned. When we've, like in summertime with us as well, like we have water restrictions, you know, we're not allowed to, when there's a shortage of water, you know, when the dams aren't, you know, when there hasn't been rain and the dams aren't full and stuff like that. But yeah, we have restrictions as well. You know, we're not allowed to wash our cars, we're not allowed to water our gardens, things like that. And yeah, we have those kinds of things as well. Yeah, most definite. Yeah, Chandra, like an actual ban. Yeah, they do that, but it's only like for a small, you know, a short period. And how is anyone checking on that? I'll tell you what happened. You know, well, I don't know what it is, how it is where Cherry lives in the UK, but for us, if you may have some maybe police officers or rangers just driving, they will. and you happen to be doing those sorts of things, yeah, they'll catch you, or your neighbours will dob you in. They'll dibby dob. So you can't, it's sort of hard to get away from something like that. That's how they know. Okay. Nanette says, I must have missed something. Are you getting another puppy? What kind? Yes, I am, Nan. I'm getting another mini schnauzer. Yep. Another mini schnauzer. And in fact, it's related to Athena. It's her half sister. There was what happened, I was going to breed Athena when she was going to be about 2 years old. I thought, oh, I'd like to have her pups because she's got such a lovely nature. Her mum has got a lovely nature, and so is her dad. And so I was going to breed her, but then I thought, just before she went on heat. Look, and please, I apologise if I don't say the correct terms, but when she, just before she went on heat, my husband and I, we made a decision. We thought, you know what, say we did breed her, then I'd have to. I work full time, and and I know Mother Nature takes care of herself and stuff like that. But I thought, oh, what happens when she starts having the pups? What happens if there's a complication during it? What happens if because I've got a full-time job, I'm not there. It wouldn't be easy. You know what I mean? So I thought, you know what? I thought we'll desex her, and we'll go to the breeder and we'll get another one of her pups when the breeder decides to breed from the same mum, because the breeder's got 2 females and the same male. So what happened was I called her and I said, first of all I messaged her and I said, hi, my name's Chrissy. I said, I purchased one of the pups earlier this year, and I was just wondering if you're going to breed Athena's mum again, just put me down on the list. If you're going to breed her, just put me down on the list. Well, she comes back and we talk, and it just so happened that her other bitch had just had pups. She said, well, Athena's mum, I forget what she called her name, she didn't breed her during winter. She says she's going to do that in 4 months' time, but she says my other bitch had a litter. And I went, oh. I go, how old are they? And she says they're 4 weeks. And I went, ooh. And she says she was just about to list them, or she had just listed them. And I said, and it's the same dad, you see. And I said, well, what's the mum like? What is she like? And she says, Chrissy, she goes, both of my girls, she says, they're lovely, loyal dogs. And I said, all right, well then, can I just talk to my hubby about this? So I go home and I talk to hubby about it. I go, what do you think? And he goes, yep, go for it. And I said, oh, okay. So I go back the next day and I said, oh, hi. I said, yeah. I said, can I have one of those pups? I said, I want another female. And she goes, you can choose whichever one, because it mustn't have, it just happened, she was listing them. And I chose the pup that I wanted, and it just happens to be Athena's half-sister. So that's the story. So now, of course, I didn't have to wait all that long. With Athena, I had to wait for her mum to have her. You know what I mean? It was an excruciating long wait for Athena, but for this one, it's not so long. Yeah, and I'll be getting her when she's 9 weeks. I couldn't do it this week, but I'll be doing, yeah. So that's what will be happening. So it's another mini schnauzer. Yeah. So that's the long-winded story to that. Ooh, another pup, yay! And by the way, Athena is right here with me. Oh, she hear her name and she'll come to me, but maybe not. But she's right. She's here now, so she's now. She's got to the age now where she's not so cheeky and getting into things where she's not supposed to, because she's gone, okay, well, that's a bit boring there, that's a bit boring there, yeah, no, I don't know. So she's on her dog bed. I've got 2 dog beds. She goes from one to the other. Yeah, so she's keeping us company today. You've got 3 dogs, Nuriel. What kind of dogs do you have? Please tell us. Ali says, Chrissy, have you ever encountered these animals in Australia? Taipan? No. Taipan snake? No. But snake, yes. I've had one in my backyard. Thank you. Saltwater croc? No. The saltwater crocs are in the northern part of Australia, like the far north. I'm sort of in the middle. Yeah, they haven't come down. So, but yeah, my sons who live, one of my sons lives in the Northern Territory, Darwin, right on the top part of Australia, the northern part of Australia, and so does my other son in Queensland, in Townsville. He lives there, and they can't go to certain places to swim because, yeah, there are crocs there, but I haven't personally come across them. A blue-ringed octopus? No, I have not. Stonefish? No. Redback spider? Yes, we have heaps of them in my backyard, the back of the dunny seat. Yeah. The dunny. That's toilet. Sorry, I've got to remember. The toilet just behind the cistern. Out there on, because I've got a toilet in my pool area. They're there, and they're in the garden sometimes. Yeah, so I've got to be careful about that. What else? The great white shark? No, but we've got bull sharks in the lake where I live, which is we live on a peninsula, and there's the lake there, and there are bull sharks, not the whites, but yeah, they're definitely there. But I haven't seen one there, but I know that they're there. Yeah, and the Sydney, yep, the funnel web spider. Yeah, they're everywhere. But I haven't come across one. Yeah, You know what? I don't mind the spiders. It's the snakes I can't handle. Snakes and mice. And cockroaches. Yeah, those 3. Jana says, Chrissy, maybe move your art piece a bit. Oh. There? Oh, going off screen. Oh, thank you, Janice. Thank you. Yeah. How do you handle them when you're off to work? Oh, hang on. Okay. Yeah, good plan. There are so many animals in shelters already. Oh, hang on. Okay, one chihuahua, one tickle, and the big one is from the street. Oh, okay. So do we know what kind? Wow. And do they like each other, Nuria? Do they like each other? That's the thing, isn't it? They've got to get on. That's the thing. That's my concern. That's my concern about, them getting on. Yes. All right. And I also wanted to talk about share your art with Xrissart. For all of those who, it's our Facebook group where we interact after the live stream, where we continue the conversation. If you're not on Facebook, that's okay. But a lot of our community here asked for me to set up a Facebook group so we can share. And what we do there is we share our artwork. the rules are very simple. Just be nice to each other. The whole point of share your art with Xrissart is I want you to share your, if you've got a YouTube channel, if you've got, if you bought like an art supply, which was a bargain, you can share the link. What else can you do? You can, share all these kinds of things. So that's what that is. Cheryl, hello, how you going? Ooh, I can say hello from, yes, I know, you finally made it and you got it. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Nyor, hello. Finally can connect live, finally. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, Nan says, I ended up with 3 cats because the breeder talked me into one more. I'm an easy mark. Oh, yeah. Well, you know. Yes, I would have been a sucker as well. Thank you, Janice, for putting that link up for Share Your Art with Xrissart, and which also leads me to a segue. At the moment, we have we've got it's an ongoing project where we're trading art cards. The whole idea was to be able to trade our art and with our friends from all over the world, and all it was a 4x6 piece. It could be any surface, any medium, and what happens is that you direct message each other, so you can get each other's address, and once you've completed your art piece, you communicate, you exchange artwork, and then you show it and share it with us on Share Your Art with Xrissart. And that's where I have got the latest one up. This is with our friends Nanette and Kathy. Nanette is from the US and Kathy is from Australia, and they shared their art and they were able to share it, and I thought I would share it here. I've still got to do 2. I've got one that I've got to do for Angie and another one for, who was there? It was Robin. So I haven't finished anything there. But I've also shared myself. Steve, hello. Hello, my friend. Beware of the long hair leaping unknown there in Australia. Worse than snakes and spiders. Oh, yeah. I know. This is a funny conversation between you and me, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. This is so nice that you're here. I'm so glad that you've caught me. Yeah, so this is the sorts of things that we do. We kind of do all sorts of challenges, and and it's all fun stuff. And we know each other, and that's the only thing that we ask. No, no profanities. Just to be nice to each other. And it's just art related, of course. Okay, the trading cards are a lot of fun for those who haven't done it yet. Oh yes, you must. I might just I'll put another notification as well. I've featured Nanette and Kathy's painting as the wall. What is it? The cover for our Facebook group. So that's up there for a while. So yes, it is a lot of fun, isn't it? Most definite. Okay. Chandri says, Chrissy, how do you handle the dogs when you are off to work? Do they leave the house intact? Nothing chewed so far? Yes, well, there's a few things I've got to say. First of all, I have my my stepson and my brother-in-law that are here while I work. But there was a time when it was I didn't have these people here. I think I did have my I did have my our stepson or my stepson here. Yes, but he was inside and the dog was outside, and I had put strict rules that when I'm not here, or if hubby's not here, she's not to come in the house because he was working from home and still is. Right? So when I come home, then she comes in. Now, as far as how do they I've fenced everything off. She really can't go anywhere, and it's high fencing and stuff like that. So she's been doing that since she was a pup, and it's worked quite well. And plus, the first few weeks, I stayed home to train her. I feel that the first few weeks, like the minute she got home, the day I gave her a day to familiarize herself with the area, but then the next day I started training her. And and as far as chewing, she doesn't really chew. No, she doesn't chew furniture. I've got a lot of toys for her to play with. And when she's gone to chew something, we've reprimanded her as well. Positive reinforcement though, okay? Yes. So, definite. Yeah. So it's gone well so far. Nothing chewed, no, yeah. Or what did I miss? I only know one dog. Oh, yes, that's a second one. We're getting a second one, Neil. Yep. Nuria says they have their own place and I keep them there when I'm not at home. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Oh, g'day, Rob. Hello, my dear. How you going? Were your ears burning? I said your name. Chrissy, Ali says, what about these animals? The cassowary? Oh, yeah, the cassowary. The cassowary is, it's a beautiful looking bird. But it's sort of like almost prehistoric, but it's got pretty colours. But it's, a bird to be feared more so. But I don't have them here where I live. Okay, snails, no. Common death, adder spider, I don't know. Spiders, paralysis, ticks, toad, fish, mulga snake, box jellyfish, red-bellied black snake, yes. That's the snake that we have here. But luckily, because I'm only like 2 houses away from the bush. But the red-bellied black snakes, the red-belly snakes, they're more afraid of you than you are of them. But I'm like, I am such a chicken with all of those. Oh, yes, but yeah, you'll find that some of those that you've said would be either perhaps maybe in the outback, in tropical areas, whereas I'm more, I am coastal country and I do have some of those things that you've mentioned even before. But yeah, it all depends where you are in Australia. Although we've got Robin, she can tell you, she's probably come across quite a few of these in her time. Cheryl says, just bought 3 packs of 48 Stedler Luna watercolor pencils. Great price. Great pencils actually for a rainy day. Oh, you have to share your art with Xrissart and where you got them if you got them for a bargain, so we can all go over there and get some. Neil says, we taught our dog 1 or 2 days after his arrival in hours to stay alone for some seconds, minutes, and now still hours. He is now 3 years with us and nothing broken. See that? There you go. It's how you train them as well. I mean, I'm not an expert. I'm going to tell you this now. I have no idea half of the time. But what I do know is from the research that I've done, there are some dogs which are trainable and which are very clever. I had to get the right kind of dog for the area where in my backyard. I couldn't, I love big dogs too, but my area is not that big here, and it suits a medium-sized dog and even 2 medium-sized dogs. That's fine. But with a really big dog like an Alsatian, or, you know, those, you know, a Labrador even, you know, all of those big dogs, even a Husky or a Siberian, oh, they're beautiful dogs, beautiful. They're so pretty, those eyes and everything. Even like an Australian Shepherd dog, like all of those require a big property, and, you know, because they've got a lot of energy. And then I would definitely have things chewed, broken, goodness knows they would have jumped fences, everything like that. So, yeah. Robin says, yeah, we have red belly black snakes down here. There you go. See? Cassowary are more Queensland. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yep. Okay. We have none of those here, luckily. Well, Cheryl, I don't think you guys have got any spiders in New Zealand. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? You guys don't have spiders. I don't think so. G'day, Kathy. Hello, my dear. How you going? Yeah, my dogs are 14, 11 and 10. Oh, wow. Okay. Neil says, we have a middle Spitz. Ooh, he is really clever, but also stubborn, real stubborn. Oh, wow, really stubborn. Steve says, Chrissy, have you ever bought rolled canvas? Yes. I've got some now. Stretch it, gesso it smooth to create that very, very smooth surface to paint on. If so, do you feel it was worth the results? The good thing with the rolled canvas is that you can make any size you want. And if you stretch it properly and if you prepare it properly, it is the way to go. The canvases that we buy that aren't on a roll, it's more for convenience, isn't it? But I'll tell you now, if you're able to do it, I say go ahead. Plus the canvas that I've purchased is the Fredericks, and I've got the, you know, the extra fine one, like it's the fine one. So it's a little bit more expensive. But, you know, but definitely I would do that if you can. Robin says, I have poodles of all sizes. I know you've got beautiful dogs, Rob. The only one that chewed was the toy. Yeah, I've got plenty of toys. Yeah, I got her as a retired breeder. She liked chewing my phone chargers. Okay, mine didn't do that. Mine's not doing that yet. There's all, you know, yeah. Okay, yeah, we do. Katipo and a black widow. Do you really? Where did I see? Because my hubby went to New Zealand and he spoke to someone. Well, I stand corrected then. I didn't think that there were spiders in... you wouldn't have many, though. You wouldn't have many. You've got a German Spitz. He's crazy, says Kathy. Oh, wow. There you go. Janice says, yeah, I have. It's a lot of work, worth it as far as saving space. There you go. There you go. Yeah, because Janice, yes. Janice has someone special that does all of this for her, you know, so which is really, really cool. Okay, I shared my shop of Van Gogh these days. I'm so happy. Did you share that on... Share you up with Xrissart? Please share it on our Facebook. Ali says, Chrissy, how difficult is it to deal with these dangerous animals, especially in Australia? Why does Australia have to have the most venomous snakes and spiders in the world? Even some of the plants, I know. I'll tell you what's happened is that because we've been raised with this, we've been educated where to go and where not to go. That's the same with, say, for example, yes, we do have all of those. We have one of the most venomous reptiles You know, like in the water, we've got the sharks, you know, the blue ring octopus, and there would be so many things. Insects, reptiles, you name it. What it is that if you're raised in an area, you know where not to go. And that's like the same in other countries. What about, say, for example, in Canada and the US, where they've got or in Alaska, where they've got the bears, you know, like in India with the tigers, like how do they manage? You know, like in Africa, you know, the lions, the elephants, it's the same kind of thing. I suppose, you know, they're all in national parks. You know, you sort of know where to go and where not to go. You know, swimming, as far as, you know, swimming. You know, sharks are everywhere, all over the world. You know, there are surfers that go out all the time. They know there are sharks everywhere. You know, I don't know how they do that, like people surfing and knowing full well they're probably swimming with a shark right next to them. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, that would just spook me out. Yes, that would spook me out. So, yeah, it's really interesting. Okay, this week Nuria says, you should, Renata. Okay, that's right. Right, that's right. Okay, all right. I'll go have another look. I think I've said something. I think I've seen it, actually, now that I think about it. Nuria says, this week I bought the 72 Inktense blocks from Derwent. They are so gorgeous. Aren't they? Aren't they just gorgeous? Yes. You know what? We're a community of enablers here, honestly. But don't blame just me. That's the only thing. Don't blame just me. Steve says, Janice, not so concerned about saving space, but I'm wanting smoother surface to paint on, mainly when it comes to fine detail. Well, then it is the weave of the canvas that I would be concentrating on. Fredericks make a very fine, I think it's the linen. Honestly, I've got it. I'm looking at it right now. I've got 2 rolls actually. But it's the weave, Steve. Look out for the fine weave. And then you can gesso it if you must. Okay. Yes, Nan. I love the Intex. I can't talk. Inktense sticks. That's what I used on the Redbird Chrissy is showing. There you go. The layers of gesso and sand with a fine sandpaper between coats. Yes, that is very good advice. Yes, you can also buy boards that are pre-treated and very, very smooth. There you go. Okay. I own a set of Inktense pencils. It is really nice what you can create. Most definite. Yes, you place. That's what I thought. I thought I'd seen it. Okay, Steve says, Chrissy, do you think Frederick's canvas is comparable to the smoothness of gesso preparing your own stretch canvas? Okay. If you're getting, say, a normal cotton, whereas the Fredericks is linen, the cotton weave, you would have to, to get it smooth, I would gesso it maybe 3-4 times, like gesso it, then leave to dry, sand it down, gesso it again, leave it to dry, sand it down again. I would do that process 3, even 4 times if I wanted to get a smooth surface. With the Fredericks one, you don't need to go into that. So it's up to you what you're willing to do. That's the comparison. I still would probably go for the linen myself. I would still go for the linen. That's me though. Yeah. There is a process, yeah. Okay. You've got crazy with them. Yeah. Jenna says, yeah, Fredericks has a large variety of canvas weights. Yes. Cheryl says, already have Inktense products, a few. Won't tell you how many pencil sets I have. Well, you know what? You've come to the right place, Cheryl, okay? Because I've got a few, but there are people in the chat that have got like, I don't know, tons. Our friend Chandri, you must have a lot, because Chandri's almost got like she's got all her art and crafts in her garage, right? And she's got them beautifully organized and things like that. I almost feel like I need a shopping trolley to go through and go, yep, I'll have one of those. Yep, I'll have one of those. That's what I feel like doing. So, but it's not only Chandri. I know that there's a lot of other people here that have got quite a few sets. So how many sets would you have then, Cheryl? Pencil sets, yes, I'm talking pencil sets. So I'm sure. How many sets does everyone have here? If you can count them. Silke, hello, how are you? Okay, linen is very expensive. Yes, Janice. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Kathy says, Chrissy, is the pastel primer as good as gesso for treating boards for pastel? Look, if I'm going to be painting pastels, I'm going to use a pastel primer, because what it has, it's got the grit in there. That's what I would be using. That's my recommendation. But, you know, and your experience will be much better. Okay. Art Spectrum make pastel primer. Golden does. Sennelier do. I had all of these out last week. There's a whole heap of them. Paulo, did I say hello to you, Paulo? I saw you come in before. Hi, Paulo. Nice to see you, my friend. Was this at least 50? Cheryl, no. You got 50 pencil sets. Are you kidding me? Wow. I didn't know that there were that many around. Now that's a lot of pencils. At least 50. Serious. Yeah, I know. Just love it. Pencil OCD. Well, you will have to tell us. If you've got 50 sets, then I won't say what is your favorite, but can you give me your top 5 favorites? And for all of those who have got more than those sets, can you list me, say, your top 5? Okay. There you go. Complete. There, Paulo says complete sets. Yeah. Okay. Nanette says, I don't even want to know how many sets I have between pastel pencils and coloured pencils. My mind is blown. There you go. Wow. Okay. Robin says, I've painted watercolour ground on board. Okay. Yes. I want to try it on canvas. I've also put marble dust in gesso to paint on a board. Very gritty. Right. Well, there you go, Kathy. There's your answer. Okay. Kathy says, Chrissy, I have Art Spectrum pastel primer, not used yet. Use it. Okay. What surfaces do you recommend? You know what? Ordinary watercolor paper can be used just about on anything. Ordinary watercolor paper, you've made your pastel paper. There's one. I've got videos on my YouTube channel where you see me making paper. Oh, it's an old one, but it's still very relevant, and I've used all these different primers. Also, you could use it on canvas. just about on any surface, really. You know, if you, go ahead, use it. Silke, I haven't counted. Yeah, I reckon Silke's got quite a bit. So without even me reading, I haven't counted my sets, but I have a few. Yeah. Some are not complete, so I guess they don't count as a set, right? No. How many brands then do you have? Okay, the marble dust is the gesso. In the gesso is a Richard McKinley recipe. Ooh, Rob, can you please, pretty please, if that is the case, could you please share your art with Xrissart? If it's a video of some kind, please go ahead and share that. That would be really cool if you could do that. Some are replicated, says Cheryl, and yes, complete sets. Wow. Jelena, hello, my darling. Hello, how are ya? Okay, missed last week's stream. I fell asleep before it started. Oh my gosh. I know it's late in the UK. I do apologise. Okay. Neil says, okay, full sets. I have Polychromos and Castle Art. Ooh, don't know those. Then small sets of Polychromos, pastel pencils, Inktense, Caran d'Ache, and Caran d'Ache Supracolor. See, I'm not the only one. Oh gosh. Okay. Says, and Robin says you've used cheap art boards from Aldi. Well, there you go. So it's all the priming. Okay. Can I just now the other two things, because at the start of the stream I said that there were three things I wanted to talk about. I already talked about the first one, which was the purchase. The second thing I wanted to talk about is towards the end of the month, God willing, in Australia, it's the end of the month, the last day of the month in early September. We've here in Australia, in Queensland, which is the state above where I live, in Caloundra, there is a pastel expo. Okay. I wish it would come to New South Wales, but anyway. So there is a pastel expo. So for all of those Australians and international guests, because I know that we do get international guests, there will be, it's almost like, like a convention centre style, where there'll be workshops, and there will be special artists that have come from overseas. We're having manufacturers that have come from overseas to share their wares, and so I'm going to be there. Okay, and what's happened is that I've been asked to demonstrate in the stalls pan pastels. So I'm going to be and I've been asked by Soft Pastels Australia, which is one of the biggest soft pastel companies that sell. Sorry, they've got one of the biggest range. They've got the biggest range in Australia as far as soft pastels, and I've been asked to demonstrate pan pastels. So I'm going to be painting for about 4 days straight. So for all of those Australians or international guests, I'm going to be there painting, and you can pop by and come by and say g'day, and I can show you some of the the tips and tricks up close and in real person. So that's what will be happening. So I'll be doing that, and yeah, so that's one thing that I'd like to share. I was going to go a couple of years ago in 2020, but then COVID hit, and so of course everything just went to nothing. But they asked me again, and of course. So they've called me. They said, "Oh, Chrissy, would you like to be our helper And I go, of course I would. I didn't know what they wanted me to do, but yes, I'll be your helper in your stalls, you know, talking about soft pastels and all of that kind of thing. And then, you know, like later down the track, because here's me thinking that I'd be helping selling and stuff like that, you know how it is. But I go, so I said, so what would you like me to do? What is my job? And they go, oh, Chrissy, we'd like you to demonstrate pan pastels. I went, oh, yep. I was happy about that. So Silke, you're in Queensland. So if you go to the Pastel Expo, come and okay, this is in Caloundra, so I don't know. I know your address because I've sent things to you, but I can't remember now. But I will be there. Let me see. Let me go back up there. Okay, let me see. Okay, I have the book. Susan Jenkins has a video on it. I find that and share it too. Yes, absolutely. Go ahead, Rob. Paulo says, I only have 6 complete sets. Well, that's a lot. Luminance Museum Aquarelle, beautiful Inktense, Supercolor, Albert Dürer, and Lightfast. They are fantastic, yes. Neil says, Chrissy, Castle Arts are a bit like Prismacolor. Okay, bit cheaper, as the Prismacolor are extremely expensive the last time in Europe. Oh, okay. Thank you, Silke. Yes. Rob says, I have all the brands except Lightfast and Caran d'Ache pastel pencils. Yeah, you know what? Easier to mention what I don't have. Well, you see, we're all in the same boat, aren't we? Okay, Cheryl says, some of those lesser known brands are pretty good too, like the Castle Nero Arteza. Well, there you go. And I forgot how lovely they are to use. Well, if the universe sees fit, love to be there. Oh, okay. All right. Yep. Kathy says, okay. Okay, Ali says, Chrissy, Australia has confusing time zones, especially during daylight saving. Yes, I know. Well, you know, because we're in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so I'll tell you what. Now it is 2 minutes to 9 a.m. So just work out the time. What it is right now, where you are. For me, it's almost 9 o'clock. Steve says, Chrissy, great for you. Look how far you've come and reckon you couldn't be. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Oh, that's so nice of you to say that. Okay, that's going to be great for exposure for you, Chrissy. So happy for you. Thank you so much, Janice. Okay. What date is the expo? Vivian, it is the 31st of August, and it goes 31st of August, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. It's those days. I think 4 or 5 days. I've got to have a look again. 4 days. 31st. No. 31st. 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Yeah. 4 days. It goes Wednesday. Well, let me have a look again. The calendar. Let me see. It is the... Yes, that's right. It is the 31st, the 31st of August, the 1st of September, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of September. It's those 5 days, sorry. 5 days. There you go. So there it is there. So, because I think you're in Queensland too, aren't you, Vivian? Are you in Queensland? I'm not sure. Okay, I am 2.5 hours from Caloundra. Gotcha. Okay. But we also get international guests too. But see, with the COVID, I'm not quite sure if the international guests will be travelling to Australia. Interesting. Okay, when the clocks changed, they changed in Australia too. That's right. Okay, a shop and a gallery in Albury called Art Parts might contact you about a workshop. Oh, really? Count me in. count me in. I would love to go. Tell them that I'd be interested if they wanted to contact me. Sarah, hello. How you going? Nice to see you here. Chandra says, I absolutely love these. I shall put the colour chart in the Share Your Art with Xrissart. Yes, thank you, Chandra group. Then you can see the colours. Everyone's been sharing all of these really unusual experiments, and it is so cool, so cool. See, and when we talk about, and of course, so if I'm going to a place like this where I'm demonstrating, one then starts to think, well, how do you market yourself? And this is interesting. Now, all of us artists here, we're always trying to think of ways to market ourselves. I believe that the artwork is the easiest part. It's the marketing that is the hardest part. You know, and particularly, you've just got to be on it. And plus, you've got to be marketing to the right kind of people. And it all depends what your outcome is. For example, for me, I prefer, when I'm marketing, say for example, I would like to I'm thinking marketing to people. Although I've got a teaching channel, Patreon, and that's something which is my that's my passion. That's something, my passion is to share and to help and give you confidence. This is what my Patreon channel is all about. And then along the way, you get to learn tips and tricks. You know, it's more as I don't want to, although that is part of it, I don't want to be known for painting things, because everyone can paint things. What my top thing, my number one aim is to give you confidence, and then to give you the tools to be able to create your own artwork. I will teach you what I do and what I know, but what I want to do is to encourage you to develop your style. This is what and by doing that is by giving you confidence and by giving you the tools and all of these little tips and tricks to help you do things easier. They're the two things, and then painting the thing, that's the third thing. But yeah, that is always my aim. Yeah. So, and having said that, now we're talking about marketing, right? If we're talking, oh, hang on a sec. Yeah, thanks. Yes, I'm in Kuroi. Ooh, Kuri? I'm going to have to look that one up. Okay. Awesome. She'll be really happy to know that. Oh, wonderful. Okay, Rob. Okay, Ali says, Chrissy, are you from New South Wales? Yes, I am. I'm on the east coast of New South Wales. Yes. Yes, I am. Okay. All right. So when we're talking about marketing, these are, and I believe some of you have already received some of these things from me. This is something which I do, I've gone to, and I've got these from Vistaprint, by the way, if you're going to ask me. So what I do is, so say for example, you're at a function or some kind of place where there's art, or may not be. And I know that these are a bit too big to carry in your handbag, and even for the gentleman to, where would you put that? But this is a form of marketing which I've got, and there's so many other things that I've been thinking about. It's all about time and investing time and strategies and stuff like that. I still haven't got it yet, but I'm working towards it. So, for example, some of you may already have some of these. So this is some of my artwork. And so what I've done is I've put my website on there. So when you go to my website, you'll see all sorts of things, okay? So some of these are, and these are all my artwork, of course. You know, these are ways, you know, that you can present yourself. I've done that, and you know, I've got some business cards. I got some new ones done because I'd run out, and so here I've just got, you know, my website, you know, my phone number, my email address. So, you know, if you're thinking, how do you market yourself and on a budget? I mean, these actually were not that bad. You know, they weren't that expensive. I bought, these are Australian dollars, 50 of these. With the gloss and the matte behind, I paid $36. That might be a lot, but I don't know. Anyway, so say for example you're at a place and people might ask you, oh, so you do some artwork? Well, is there a place for me to? What kind of stuff do you do? So I said, well, look here, take this. Right, this is one of my art pieces. All my details are on the back. Yeah, look me up. They can maybe when they walk away, they'll chuck it in the bin. You know, you just don't know. But there's an idea. So my question to you then is, if you are marketing yourself, how do you do it? What are your strategies? What are your strategies? Yeah. Oh, it's Silky going? Okay, sorry, I have to go now. We'll watch later. Have a great weekend. Okay, Silky, see you later. Bye for now. Thanks for popping by, saying hello. Okay. Thank you, Chandra. Yeah, they're so pretty. Yeah, I've saved all of mine. Yeah. Okay, yes, I must create a new card. Yeah. So this is one way that you can, yeah, I mean, you could even, you know what's even a good idea, and Janice gave me the idea, she gave me an idea, she told, you could even have business card size, like for you fellas that don't, was this, Kathy says those bigger cards would be good to send with solid paintings. See? There you go. Ideas. Love it. Okay, I showed her, okay, Rob, thank you. You showed her some of the tutorials like the 5 senses. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Thank you so much for mentioning me. I do appreciate it. I could do a t-shirt when doing fairs, word of mouth. There you go. That's what you would be doing. Cheryl, that's very good. Yes, yeah. So, you know, for the blokes who perhaps maybe, you know, don't have a handbag, because, you know, and even like for us, you know, if you don't, you know, this is easy to put in a handbag. Actually, you know what? I like that idea. Yeah, yeah, so you could do that. Janice has given me a really good idea for Patreon, for a tutorial that I've done on Patreon, for a marketing idea, which I'm going to take up. But I just thought of this, like for fellas that, you know, you fellas that, you know, it's too much to carry. You know, you can just give these out. Oh, I like that. So there are, you know what? There are so many possibilities. It's all about, you can have all of these things in place, but it's how you implement them. You know what I mean? And this is where I'm not really good at. So where I'm going now at this Pastel Expo, and I've asked I have permission from from Soft Pastels Australia to do all of that stuff. I can take some of my paintings, put them on easels, put some of my paintings on easels so they can see, so people can see what can be achieved with pan pastels. Some people still don't know what pan pastels are. And of course, there are so many soft pastels manufacturers that are coming out, so that would be very interesting for them to see what pans, what can be done. Kathy says, yeah. Okay, blokes can put the painting images on stubby holders. Yes, they can. Look at you, Kathy. You always come up with some really good ideas as well. You know what? If you don't know how to title your painting, ask Kathy. She's brilliant. She's thought of so many of the ones, because I'm not good at that, and she's thought of so many. Okay, Rob says, I have to go. Catch you later, Rob. Thank you for the special mention. I'll look out for it. Maybe let the lady know to send me an email. How about that? And I'm definitely interested. Ali says, Chrissy, okay, PR206 being discontinued. Don't you just hate that when they do that? Sennelier has the same pigments being used, PR179, PR209 and PY83 for these colours. Perylene brown, alizarin crimson, permanent alizarin crimson. Yes, well, try to say that like fast 5 times. Yeah. So that's my news. They're my news. And of course I'm allowed to film. So I might even do, depending on how things go, like I might do a Facebook vlog, maybe, I won't be able to, when the time comes, it won't be next week, it'll be, hang on. Next week I'm picking up the pup, so I won't be live streaming next Saturday. And the week after that, I won't be YouTube. I won't be on YouTube for the next 2 weeks. Maybe I might do it during the week. We'll see how we go, so we don't miss out. But for the next 2 weeks, I won't be on. I won't be YouTubing. I'll be on Patreon. Definitely do the Patreon videos. Maybe I'll double up on the Patreon videos if I'm going to where I'm going to miss when I'm in Caloundra, when I'm at the Pastel Expo. So for those who are on Patreon, you're not going to lose anything. And hopefully on YouTube, I'll see if I can. It all depends how much energy I've got. Because my sons are also coming to visit me next week. I got one, they're all coming to visit me. They've got a family wedding to go to. This is on their dad's side, and I'm going to see them for a day. Okay. What is the new pup? Okay. What is a stubby holder? A stubby holder is, when you've got your can of Coke, your soft drink. Oh, hang on, you call it a soda in the US, but I'm not quite sure what they call it in Europe. I'm not even sure what they call it in the UK, but our soft drink, say the can. Well, it's I don't have one here, but it's made from this kind of surface here, this kind of stuff, where it keeps your drink cool or hot, whichever one it is. So it is you put your can of drink in this cup thing that's made of fabric, and that's the stubby holder. The stubby, look, I don't know where that came from, but it's more or less of an alcoholic beer can. Beer can stubbies, or an alcoholic bottle of beer, say for example, drink. Stubby holder is a beer can holder, a very precious to Aussie blokes. Oh, look, I couldn't have said it better myself. We were wondering, we were wondering what a stubby holder is. There you go. Okay. Oh, so Cheryl, you guys call it a receptacle for holding a beer. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Nan says, Chrissy, what is the new puppy's name? Wait for it. Artemis. It's all right. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, what? What? Well, got to match Athena. Athena is the Greek goddess of war, and Artemis is the Greek goddess of the hunt. Now, we've already started calling Athena. We've cut off the A because you know what us Aussies are like. We cut everything in half and nickname everything. So Athena gets Athena, Thena, and little Artemis will get probably Artie, Arty, Artie, or she'll get Temmie. Not quite sure which one, but I think everyone here, we haven't seen her in real life and we're already calling her Artie. So it's Artemis. Can cooler, there you go. Sarah says can cooler. Koozies? What's koozies? Is that what they are where you come from? Is that what they are, Nan? Okay, we have them too, but not sure what we call them, says Janice. Okay, got it. We call, koozies. Gotcha. Okay, koozies. See? It's all English. We talk the same language, but it's all different, isn't it? Ali says, Chrissy, also relating to animals that I mentioned before, what do you do with them? When I see spiders, I just get an electric fly swatter and kill it because my sister is scared of them. Well, I do something like that. Like, for example, I'll get the fly spray or the insect spray. I'll get my a shoe. I might get a shoe and swat and kill a spider, or I do have a fly swatter as well. So it all depends what I've got on hand and how scared I am. So that's a very good question. Yeah, very, very good question. Okay, so yes. So how about that? Yeah. Cherry says, I think we had some once. They weren't ever used as beers. Don't last long enough to warm up. Ooh. Oh, look. In my drawer, I must, and of course there are people that collect them as well, because you put your own, like what Kathy mentioned before, like you put your own, like logos on them. Oh yeah, look, it's like, you know, like Vistaprint. You can, I don't think they have stubby coolers. I must have a look. That's a very good one, actually. That's pretty good marketing there. Yeah. Oh, in my drawer in my kitchen, I've got like, I don't know. And of course, I don't collect them. I must have half a dozen. Okay. Steve says, when I see spiders, I get my shotgun and blast away. That'll get it every time. Every time. Yeah. Spiders should be banned from the world. Well, I tell you what. I do understand that. I do understand that cherries should be banned, yes. But you know what? They also, spiders also have they've got a purpose, haven't they? So, you know, maybe they'll trap a fly, say, in their web, you know, annoying flies, you know. Isn't there said the spider to the fly? Isn't there a poem or some kind of Limerick. There's got to be that. It just came to my head. Yeah, so I suppose all of these animals and insects, God has created them for a reason. So I'm sure that there is a purpose, even if we don't understand it. Kathy says, the big spiders, like a huntsman, I now catch and release because they are harmless. Yeah, I do the same, actually. And I can't kill anything that I can see their eyes. I know. Oh, they've got 50 million eyes. Yeah, smaller spiders, more venomous, so kill. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's the redbacks. It's the redbacks and those kind of spiders which I make sure that I... Yeah, give them the old once-over smash. Okay, tell us about the huntsman, Chrissy. The huntsman is like, for example, like the daddy long legs. Okay, they're not harmful to us. Yeah. Kathy, maybe you can explain as well. But they're like, you know, the short name for them is like the daddy long legs. Yeah, they're not sort of harmless. And you usually find them up on the corner. Where I find the huntsmans for me is up on the corner on the ceiling in the room, and they're just there like that. I'm thinking, yeah, so okay, I would love to ban them as well, but they do eat all insects. See, that's the thing. This is what we were saying. Yeah, I heard Australia has spiders as big as a plate. True. But what size plate? A saucer? A teacup? Look, the size of my palm. Most definite. And probably more in the outback, more those places, I would say. Okay, the purpose of spiders, as far as I'm concerned, is target practice. Oh, Steve, you make me laugh. Flies, you make me laugh. Okay, flies die off in the winter anyway, so don't need spiders. Yeah, I know. But anyway, don't flies have don't they just... They've only got a lifespan of 48 hours, isn't it? 2 days, that's it. Bigger, like a normal dinner plate. The huntsman, yeah, look, I've seen them as big as my palm, but yes, I have heard of spiders being big, but yeah, I would say that they're probably, maybe more in the tropics, maybe the tropical part of Australia, maybe the outback. Okay. The huntsmen are grey, slow movers, easy to catch with a jar. There you go. Okay, no visit to Australia for me. Oh, yes. That's it. Do not come to Australia. Do not visit. The natives will kill you. Well, it is too late here, and I have to go to sleep. Have a good weekend. Thank you, Nuria, for being here, and it was so lovely for you to see you here in the chat. Jonah says, Chrissy, I just had a look at a huntsman spider photos, and those are not what we call daddy long legs. Okay, Nanette, down under where? Oh, that's right, down under. Okay, do you have bats down under? Yes, we do. We have what's called the fruit bats. A lot of, in suburbia, especially if you've got fruit trees. Oh, yes, we do have fruit bats. Yep. And they're like, yep, little ones. Yes, we do. Well, yes, we do. Yeah, we've got everything. Well, we don't have everything, but we don't have lions and bears and cougars and tigers. But we got our fair share, hey. Okay. Oh, Chrissy, you have Have you seen those? Oh, I have to have a look. Well, you're going to have to show us on Share Your Art with Xrissart. Janice, seeing as did you see them? Okay, go put it on Share Your Art with Xrissart. Yeah. Okay, Chrissy, I love the constellation Pegasus. It's next to the constellation Andromeda. See, that's for my next dog, Andromeda. That's a nice name. No, it's okay. I'm only having 2 dogs. That's it. 2 dogs, that's it. The Andromeda Galaxy is somewhere located there. The Andromeda Galaxy is the closest galaxy to our own Milky Way. Oh, look. I love stars. I love the constellations. So pretty. I love space. I love all of that. I love space. But yes, it's beautiful that you brought that up. I've done a few space paintings as well. Okay, there we go. Kathy says that she had a miniature bat in my house one night. It kept flying over my head. I had to leave a door open for him to leave. He was super cute, yeah. The only thing with the bats is that they carry disease. They do carry diseases, so that's the only thing. It's sometimes quite an epidemic here. There are places, yeah. Okay. Okay, me too, Kathy, but I wasn't very calm about it. I screamed like a banshee. Yeah, I would be like that too. I would be screaming. I don't know, I'd hide. Paulo says, never mess with a kangaroo. There you go. That is so true. You know what? They come up, especially like, we have kangaroos not far from where I live, to be honest. I've had to stop for a kangaroo to, like when I was driving, for a kangaroo to hop past. It's happened several times. But I have come across a kangaroo, honestly, showing his guns. Honestly, he had like muscles. Oh, yeah, turn away. Particularly when he's guarding his harem. He normally has a harem of roos. Yes, you are correct, Paulo. Don't mess with a kangaroo. Okay. We're being very educational tonight. Yes, we are. You know, is there anything that you don't learn on this channel? There we go. Heard about the fear of monkeypox virus. Yeah, no, look, I try to avoid all of those things if I can. Okay, my 2 dogs' name is Buddy Tucker. Oh, Buddy Tucker, and the other is D-O-G. D-O-G. Oh, Steve. Oh, Steve. Okay. Oh, my gosh. Chandra says, we had a small bat at work 15 years ago at the time, and I was writing about vampires, and I thought my colleagues were kidding me. Oh, but nope. There was a really cute soft bat there. Wow. As you can see, this is a very slow process, this color pencil project, but I'm very, very, I'm loving it. I'm loving the process. Okay. Would you believe that there is a kangaroo near me, near Atlanta? Really? I mean, a kangaroo ranch. Really? My cat is Lola Steamroller. Lola Steamroller. Well, there you go. See? All these names. All right. Okay. All right. I think this, okay, let me see. I think it's time for me. Okay, it's time for me to finish up here. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining today. I've got some special things coming up, which I'm always going to be sharing. Next week and the week after. Next week I'm picking up my puppy, so I won't be YouTube on Saturday, and the week after that I'm going to be at the Pastel Expo, so I won't be live streaming on the Saturday. I'll see if I can do something beforehand, maybe during the week for one of them. But and for those on Patreon, we're going to be doing extra stuff to make up for the lost time. So you're not going to be missing out there. But anyway, I just wanted to say thank you all so much. I love your company. You guys are awesome, 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 awesome. I love your company. Thank you so much. You had a blast today. Woohoo! Thank you, thank you. So did I. So did I. Well, anyway, everyone, why are my goodbyes so long? They are so long. I've got to say goodbye now. Okay. Bye for now.